In this room are some of the most important TV and film executives in the world, people from every background, but they all have one thing in common. They're all terrified of Ronan Farrow. He's coming for you. He's coming for you. Spoiler alert, season 2 is on the way, so in the end, he obviously didn't himself. Just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up. I know he's your friend, but I don't care.
I learned that things happened here that never should have happened. I take that very seriously, and I want to say I am so sorry to the people who were affected.
And I come to find out there's not that much Hollywood in Hollywood. The Hollywood in my mind is not the Hollywood in...
He kept asking you back to do those awards, and the actual actors and actresses in the audience, they look terrified.
In a room full of major TV and film executives from around the world, the speaker suggests that although they come from different backgrounds, they share one thing in common: fear of Ronan Farrow. The tone implies that something controversial is coming, with warnings that he's coming for you, creating tension and suspense.
In this room are some of the most important TV and film executives in the world, people from every background, but they all have one thing in common. They're all terrified of Ronan Farrow. He's coming for you. He's coming for you. Spoiler alert, season 2 is on the way, so in the end, he obviously didn't himself. Just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up. I know he's your friend, but I don't care.
I learned that things happened here that never should have happened. I take that very seriously, and I want to say I am so sorry to the people who were affected.
And I come to find out there's not that much Hollywood in Hollywood. The Hollywood in my mind is not the Hollywood in real life.
RickyGervais has been arguing for years that Hollywood is concealing something very, very terrible. And now, one by one, some of the greatest names in the world are quietly departing. Ellen DeGeneres is hiding in the UK. Jay-Z just lost 10 million followers overnight. Tom Hanks has gone utterly quiet. And Oprah, the lady who was in everyone's living room for decades, has suddenly gotten extremely comfortable being out of sight. And RickyGervais warned every single one of them years ago, straight to their faces. He faced a room full of Hollywood's most prominent individuals dead in the eye and warned them they're coming for you. Why, no, you clicked because you want to know the truth. And that's precisely what you're going to receive, because this isn't just about RickyGervais making great jokes at awards presentations. This is about a guy who stood in a room full of Hollywood's most prominent people and warned them what was coming before anybody else had the courage to speak it out loud. By the time you complete this video, you're going to see precisely which names Ricky pointed to and why. Those same names are now maintaining a very low profile. You're going to notice the pattern, and once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it.
People that are in the position to actually know the people's names on the list, those people are probably in trouble.
Yeah.
Because that's a crazy piece of information to have.
Look.
No one's been tried. No one's been brought. No one's been discussed. We know who went there. We know flight logs. No one talks about anything. There's no effort to prosecute.
He kept asking you back to do those awards, and the actual actors and actresses in the audience, they look terrified at the idea of you mentioning their name. Did you feel that?
I did, and I noticed it the first time. I didn't get it. Like, one of the first one I did it, people would come up and say, "What are you going to say about me?" I think, why do you care? I only go after their public behaviours. I don't, expose anything about them or nothing that bad.
What made you think, you know what, I'm just going to hammer them?
When they said, do you want to host the Golden Globes, all that stuff I said in the show was true. I said, I'm going to write my own jokes. Right? And I thought, who do I pander to? The 200 richest people in the room, or the 200 million people watching at home who aren't winning awards, who aren't millionaires.
But before we get into the names, you need to know what's truly going on, because if you don't understand the backdrop, none of this will make sense. Don't worry, I will keep it brief. Now, I'm not going to get too far into who Epstein is and what he did. The Epstein files contain court papers, FBI information, and flight logs that list the persons linked to him. Here's the problem. A big part of those files are still sealed or covered in black markings. We're talking 70 to 80% of certain materials remain withheld from the public. So when people claim a name isn't in the files, that's not the complete picture. There's a lot we just haven't been permitted to see yet. Right now, the data are slowly being published, and Epstein victim Lisa Phillips appeared on live TV and revealed she had her own list. She stared right into the camera and stated she knows precisely who was involved, and she's not ashamed to tell it.
Transparency is justice. Release the files, end the secrecy, and stand with us in declaring that no one, no billionaires, no politicians, not world leaders, is above the law.
The Epstein files reveal Ellen DeGeneres as, and I'm quoting this directly from the Post's, Hollywood's most prolific cannibal, that she consumed human flesh. Ellen DeGeneres is named in the Epstein documents, and that part is real. Her name appears in the broader index of over 300 high-profile individuals that show up across the investigative materials. You know, flight logs, communications, third-party interviews, peripheral records.
Yeah. You know, people found out that Ellen was mean, and all these people came out and said, Ellen's actually a bitch. And then we go, oh, yeah. Can't believe it. And she lost everything. She fell apart, disappeared, because people found out that this character that she was portraying in a half an hour on a television show is not really who she was. My buddy Greg, who was one of her writers, was like, she's a piece. He was like, she's a monster.
You know, celebrity culture has, I think, collapsed at this point, and I think that's a death that needed to happen, you know, because the amount of excess, the amount of debauchery is stunning. You know, in a paradise island, and it's going to last forever.
The narrative then shifts to teasing a second season and making controversial references, including comparisons to Jeffrey Epstein, suggesting unresolved scandals. It mixes dialogue and commentary, hinting at hidden truths in Hollywood and implying that certain events and people are being covered up or not fully.
Men email each other about getting pizza, or about how tasty the pizza was, or about how many slices you can slice a pizza up into, or how many people will be at the pizza party. Then there's another email. It stuck out to me because it has the word Red Hook in it. Someone was emailing asking if another guy can go to Red Hook for a pizza meal later. It turns out that Red Hook is the address of where Jeffrey Epstein's Virgin Islands businesses are domiciled. It's on the marina where you would leave in the boat to get to his island. And someone was emailing asking if another man can go to where Jeffrey Epstein's business is domiciled for a pizza meal. They're using food language in ways that does not square with how food actually gets eaten or talked about.
Who will eat pizza if I...
It claims that Hollywood is hiding disturbing secrets and that public figures like Ellen DeGeneres, Jay-Z, Tom Hanks, and Oprah are behaving unusually or staying out of the spotlight. RickyGervais is presented as someone who warned Hollywood elites directly during award shows, calling out powerful individuals in front of large...
That was on the island. Look at it.
Oh, well, you know where that is too, right? The similar image to that, right?
No.
I know Jamie does.
What is it?
It's on the set of a famous talk show that's now not on anymore.
Oh, Ellen? Was that Ellen?
Yeah.
Really?
Ellen didn't only have a television studio. She erected...
The story connects Gervais jokes at the Golden Globes to alleged truths about Hollywood behavior, referencing Jeffrey Epstein and suggesting that flight logs and documents exist, but are partially hidden. It also describes reactions from celebrities in the audience, implying discomfort and fear when their names or reputations...
I'm going to start selling some things that I consider art. Because, you know, they're art. It just depends on if you're the first to put it out. That's how you kind of establish something.
This wasn't a casual...
They told The Wrap that the couple has placed their Montecito home on the market and have decided to relocate to the Cotswolds in England due to the political climate in the United States.
That's a total falsehood. The reality...
Quoted as saying that when he tried to make small talk with Ellen, she supposedly said, "Who do you think you are? Don't look at me."
Here's the deal.
Like 10 years ago, the sort of press, particularly the industry press in America, was like, why is he saying these awful things to the most beautiful people? You know, and then by the fifth time, right, they were going, good, give it to him, we're sick of celebrities. And not only are we not furious, most of us, we don't care, we wouldn't have even known about it if you hadn't have found it and printed it and told us we're furious. So it's just this vicious cycle. But no, I don't care. And likewise, I know people are allowed to be offended by things I've said. That's up to them. That's the good thing about freedom of speech. I can say what I want. You can say you're offended. I can care or not.
RickyGervais.
It further claims that Hollywood celebrity culture is collapsing and that past friendships and public images are not what they seem. The narrative brings in Rosie O'Donnell and Ellen DeGeneres, suggesting strained relationships, secret lifestyles, and involvement in elite social circles, while implying deeper... The final part discusses accusations, speculation, and conspiracy-style connections involving Hollywood figures, Epstein-related claims, and alleged hidden networks. It ends by emphasizing Ricky Gervais as someone who exposed uncomfortable truths through comedy, portraying Hollywood as a system full of hypocrisy and secrecy.